But now you're telling me that Pamela Anderson and Sofia Vergara, they're victims? Well, then why don't they return the money? Along with this campaign that is helping all these women for the month of March, Women's History Awareness Month, why don't those models return all that money that they made posing so beautifully half naked?
I don't know. Have any of the models asked for their money back?
I don't think I don't think any of the models have even spoken out about this issue, and I doubt that any of them are going to give their money back. And you know what I want to ask you, Leland? So if we're starting at the beer,
no. This is not the segment we want to have you asking me questions.
Well, okay, well, that's true, because I don't think any man wants to see any of these campaigns go away. But what about perfume campaigns? I mean, all of those happen to revolve around sex. I mean, how many campaigns are going to have to flip now because all of a sudden, if you're a model and you're half naked and you're using your body to make money, then you're a victim, and we don't want to put you in that position. It's mind-boggling to me.
What do you think Miller Lite? Like, let's be fair about this, right? Okay, so the chief marketing officer of Molson Coors, very active and prolific in how she views politics. Black Lives Matter and George Floyd supporter, big supporter of Obama, fundraiser for the Las Vegas shooter, fundraiser for reuniting migrants with their immigrant families, praised the Pope for stressing the importance of the COVID-19 vaccine. There she is. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, why are beer companies who are supposed to be marketing to a certain demographic hiring these people? Bud Light did the same thing, that don't seem to really understand the demographic.
Well, not only do they don't understand the demographic, but here's where I'm confused, because all of those campaigns that you mentioned, if you go to our social media page, have been deleted. So if you're going to be so bold about a stance, why don't you take that stance and own it throughout the campaign? Because we didn't see that with Bud Light, and we may not see that with Miller Lite, because it is going viral, and I'm very curious to see where we're going to be 2, 3, 4 months. We know that, when does football season start? Just a few weeks from now, tailgating. Do you think that we're going to see some of these SEC schools with good old boys drinking Bud Light and Miller Lite? I think not. But what I'm curious, and the same as you, why are we all seeing these campaigns when we know that that's not their audience? We know that the audience at maybe a cosmetic line is not for Anheuser-Busch. I mean, these are two different customers. Why aren't we looking at our customer base and realizing this isn't going to play? Remember, we talked about this with Bud Light as well.
Well, the answer right would be because the executives care a lot more about being accepted by their friends and fellow soccer moms at the rich liberal private school that they all send their kids to, and at soccer games, and being all edgy and accepted, than they do about the success of their companies. Right?
And you know what's confusing is that those who are actually offended are the ones that have nothing to do with the problem. So we never heard this from Pamela Anderson. We never heard this from Sofia Vergara. We heard it from a woman who, as you mentioned, has been a champion for so many social liberal causes. I am not making a stance on that at all. I'm not going to get myself in hot water. But what I'm saying is, why did you delete all your social media profile? Stick with the campaign. Tell us about the success of the campaign. It went on all month long. How much compost did you make from all those ads that you wanted?
Yeah, there's a line in Washington: if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. You've never minded heat, though. It's great. It's why we get along so well. It is good to see you, as always. Thank you 2 nights in a row.
Thank you, Leland.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.